It's the Caleb Lee MTGO Show.
Wow. Immediately get a Black Lotus. That's exciting, huh? What do you want to do with this Black Lotus? Do you want to turn one to Shieldred? Or Minskin Boom? Do we just want to play draw sevens? This is a less exciting pack, isn't it? I like Sentinel. I like Glorybringer. Jar's not crazy. Troll's not the worst. I don't really want to move towards Reanimator, though. Not every pack can have a Lotus. It can have a card that's better than Glorybringer, though. It's pretty easy to do. Apparently, Christopher Rush was the original designer of the mana symbols in Magic. And he sketched them out on a napkin, and that was the original, the original mana symbols in Magic. Lost to time. Maybe someone had a soup spill they had to clean up. Poorly, Lounging Wizard. It did poorly. They do not Obom. One of his daughters was literally just talking about how they wish they'd kept them, but it was just a napkin, so they didn't think anything of it. Turn one Chandra could be real, huh? I had the grossest pyrokinesis the other day. I guess we're gonna Luris Lotus, huh? See that one 10 times fast. Hey, Scooby-Doobies, thanks to the sub, thanks to 84 months. Invest in napkins. We need napkins that have microchips in them, so they can like feel an imprint when someone sketches something on them. Relay that information to you, and then you steal all the world's ideas, because all the best ideas are shared on napkins. Hey, Chris Stopper, thanks for the resub, thanks to 8 months. So I'm going to pass this Thopter Foundry, and I'm going to immediately see a Sword of the Mii come. That's just my fate. Creator Maker Luris is kind of sweet, huh? Maybe that could do something. You think the Ninja Turtles were drawn on napkins as well? I mean, that explains why their heads are all squishy, huh? They were originally going to be like normal turtles, and then someone spilled on the table. Napkins got all soggy. Maybe I'm not white here. Maybe I'm red-black and I want Kolaghan's Command. Kolaghan's Command rebuying Luris is good. Blood Tithe, damn. Hey, the Pyrokinesis wheel. You'd love to see it. Oh man, there's only one more day of Vintage Cube. Exciting stuff. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Omri. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 73 months. Now's the time, Opaloaf. Now's the fucking time. Get them dwarfs in. Yeah, we're not really tied to black or white currently. Possible I should have grabbed that black-white Horizon land. I thought about Mardu. It really would be nice to stay 2 colors though, huh? Have a cleaner mana base, even if we don't get like a ton of duels. Wouldn't that be nice? Ooh, Chrome Monk's here for sure. For sure. Based on my games today, I should just be splashing Shorkai. Just every deck. Hell yeah, Opaloaf. Great to hear. Maybe I should watch this stream. Turn one Glory Banger. Off Mana Vault and Lotus. Could be sweet. Yeah, maybe I'm just waffling, between black and white. Palace Jailer is better than Kulligan's Command, though. Not a super exciting pack. We would just been taking a dual land instead of Palace Jailer. A little bit worried about just having too much air if I take this Grim Monolith. These cards aren't too exciting to me. Maybe Reprieve. Maybe Reprieve is fine. Another juicy 4-drop to play turn 1 off Black Lotus. I feel a little bit better about the Inferno Titan if we grabbed the Grim Monolith, but it still does look good with that Mana Vault. Love a Shadow Spear, but I think the deck needs a Chain Lightning. Gold Span wouldn't be bad either. A top end card that spits out other top end cards. I think Mind Collapse is better than ending in the sideboard in just a 2-color deck. I don't love Mind Collapse though. Cool thing about Oliphant is that it's a red card that pitches to Pyrokinesis and Chrome Mox while it's also a land. Sunbait Canyon's pretty good though. Sure. Haven't loved that Ferocidon card this season. Oh, is Mind Collapse a sorcery? It's a sorcery if you pitch cast it? That's wild. I don't know if I've ever had that come up. The card would be pretty broken if it could. Why? Why would that put it over the top? Yeah, a lot of red-black fixing. This pack's kind of sick. I'm going to take Fable over Swords, but the Swords is mighty tempting. Ah, gotcha, random. Yeah, it was fine for me the other day when I very specifically faced multiple opponents that had X5s and Planeswalkers that I wanted to clear in a mono-red deck that was fine sacking its lands. But the more colors you have in your deck, like the worse sacking a land is, right? Because the more likely you are to need that mountain. Not really a Zerta deck. Not really a Guy's Cradle deck. What am I doing here? Kind of hate this Firebolt. Maybe I'm supposed to Spellbind aim. Oh, Broadside's kind of sweet. So I need at least 3 more cards here. The Prowess 1-drop would have actually been solid the way it worked out with getting both Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolt. I took the Rabbit over it. Ooh, what about sacking Mana Vault to Broadside and then rebuying the Mana Vault with Luris? Could be sweet. Intrepid's good. I kind of like Pyrite Spellbomb with Luris, though. So I'm going to lean in that direction. Mox Perler Soul Ring. We're not getting into either of those at this point. Or you're just like asking if you saw them in your opener. I think most people would take Soul Ring. I actually wonder if this Talisman's where it's at. Almost like that Glimmer Lens. Our mana's just not very good, is the issue. We have a bunch of double reds and double whites. Such a late Force Negation. Late Zerta too. Guess I'll throw Ulamog in the sideboard in case someone tries to brain freeze me. Yeah, neither of our colors were completely open. But it does look like we have a deck, huh? Need like a cut here. Maybe it's showdown. Just leave all the threes. I'm just supposed to play 16 sources, even with one of them being Lotus. Because we got that Mana Vault and Talisman in there. I guess that's a good reason to keep Showdown in. Just make sure we don't flood. Or you just cut Adeline. Be a little less weak to Caracas. Or maybe Shield Breaker's the cut. Help stay threat dense. So we're going to favor mountains here because the talisman taps are white. Our mana requirements are pretty even. So we mulled a 0-lander into an all-lander. I'm not saying this is an omen, but it's not a good sign either. It's not a good sign. We can agree on that, right? It should have been the second mountain. I think I should have in retrospect. Vamp tutor action. Oh, she went up. Hey, Milroy. I think the sub needs 52 months. Oh, time to lose to the card that that I lost with earlier. If I had a burn spell here, I'd 100% kill my novice. So we'd been on the play there, then the Skyclave could have got eaten the oath. We were not on the play. Alright, Relic Warder's gonna come in, just like one more answer. Rest of this looks fine. Stop by him 3-3. Thinks the Sob thinks the 7 months. I think we're imprinting Luris to turn 2 Fable here. Gotta love Vintage Cube. You don't, but I do anyway. Bring in our Ulamog. The only way to win an Ulamog battle. A larger Ulamog. Reese Will thinks the Sob thinks it's 65 months. Hell yeah. I think I should have gotten a second red source down there to the plains. If I'm imprinting Delirious. They are vamping again. I'm expecting a turn 2 oath again. Not channel here, huh? Alright. I wonder if Chandra Alt is where it's at. In which case I should uptick and Chain Lightning my 2/2. Instead of downticking on it. I was planning on downticking. If I played that extra red source here, I could have reflected at their face and put them to 10. That would have been a sweet sequence. Rhyme. They opened up an Eldrazi last game, poor Alice. Not sure about all that. Magic debut. The question for most flavor things in Magic is answered in the title of the game. When we Glorybringer last turn? Could have, Oh, shit. I don't think that'd be especially poggers F3 for people to, like, actually have to deal with hate and stuff. Not to mention confusing for folks. I do not think Lion Sash is worth it, no. Not from what we've seen. It was more like changing my name to imply that I'm homosexual. Jack of Lemon would be confusing for a lot of casual viewers. You could even like come up with a very believable scenario where someone gets excited about it and then they like find out that it's just a joke. Not poggers at all. In the month of May, you may in fact call me Maleb. That one I'll sign off on. Oh shit, what up? Hey, been out these are 7 months. You think we should let them draw next time? I'm not even sure about this portable hole. Because now I don't have a clean answer to Oath. And they just casually play it this next turn. Well, we got some pressure. We got a bolt in hand. They have an Oko. I guess I'm supposed to clear that Oko, Was Gandalf a middling wizard? He wasn't as powerful as Saruman. But I think he was like slightly above average. Maybe not. Did spend a lot of time playing with hobbitses. Second of the 5 known. Well, what ones were there? There was 2 blue wizards, and then a brown, right? 2 blue wizards, a brown wizard, Gandalf the Grey, Sauron. Who am I missing? Who's 6th? Oh, Radagast. Sure. He was as powerful as Saruman by the end. Not as Gandalf the Grey, though. We're talking about Gandalf the Grey. Can't say that. Whole different Gandalf right there. We took 11 damage from Palantir, and that shoveled back in. Do I have an answer to an Atraxa? Palace Jailer. Palace Jailer's in here. If we sent Pirate Spellbomb at face, then Broadside Bombardiers would also be a live draw for lethal on my turn through the Atraxa, because I could sack whatever they block. Oh, brutal. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's starting to feel like it's not my day. It's starting to feel like that. Which is fine. They can't all be my day, right? Oh boy. But Gandalf had friendship. Gandalf did have the power of friendship, yes. That was his main strength. Oh, that's an interesting way to put it. Gandalf was respecking with the whole death and rebirth thing. What if the real Ring of Power was the fellowship we made along the way? That's fucking beautiful. That's beautiful. Am I supposed to kill that? Let us straight up right now end it. Feels like a lot of mana to just let them have, huh? But then I lose all my pressure! Hey, it resolved. And then you end up a flash flyer to immediately steal the Monarch from me. If you consider Tolkien's letters canon, yeah, that's hard. That's hard to do. Because a lot of his letters contradict his other letters and stuff. Nerds go fucking deep. Tolkien didn't consider his own letters canon. Yeah, but now you're using Tolkien to answer Tolkien again. You see the issue. You'd rather listen to Tolkien than a bunch of nerds on the internet, but you're listening to Tolkien either way. Like when Tolkien wrote a letter saying something, that was also Tolkien. You see, you're like, I would rather listen to Tolkien than well, that's also Tolkien. The letters are also him. There's no, you're not beating the system or being clever in this situation. You know, put yourself in. Have not cracked the code, as it were. Would Tolkien have made a good D&D DM? That's an interesting question. A lot of people would assume yeah. But, like, there's more to being a good DM than just having, like, an incredibly intricate universe. And, like, would he insist in speaking in made-up languages and stuff? And you're like, I can't understand you, man. He also wasn't, like, huge on fighting. Like, he spent, like, a lot of time giving the details of the environment because that was his value system, right? That was the thing that he cared about. And the fights in the movies that are these big, long, epic things. So much shorter in the books. It might be like a couple pages or whatever. I suspect, and nerds aren't going to like to hear this, but I suspect that as a DM, Tolkien might have ended up being a bit tedious. I'm tedious? I am tedious. You got me. You got me. I was just projecting. I was hoping nobody would notice. Yeah, what I really like about these drafts today is that my draws have just been so good. Just all these unbeatable draws. Making Magic look easy. Yeah, in his own like fantasy universe where he has complete control, he still couldn't keep a party together. So my worry about this holding up reprieve here is that they just want to crack jar anyway. So I'm gonna just get as much damage in here as I can. Oh yeah, he insists on like dialoguing as the treants in character. Tolkien, please. Some of us have work tomorrow. Work you say. God damn it. 2 sessions later, we just finished saying hello, yeah. Treebeard was supposedly based on C.S. Lewis. Really? That's hilarious. The party meets Pompadour. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty normal D&D thing. You get the DM that, oh, you don't have to choose targets for that. Oh, but they didn't want me to get the jewel and they wanted to kill a mana ball. Sure. Inferno Titan sure clears a lot of pests. But then I don't have mana up for reprieve. I kind of want to hold mana up for reprieve. Alright, I'm going to slam it. Gotta add this to the Power Metal playlist. Stips are indeed open. Is lethal with Chrome Mox. Oh, Chrome Mox imprinting the reprieve. Sure, yeah, that would have worked. And then Chandra can down tank. Yeah, I don't know about that thing. We'll see, though. If I did manage to flub this game, it would be fitting with the rest of my stream so far. At least our board position's pretty good. And we get to see more cards in their deck. Stip is short for a stipulation draft. Tums aren't food. It's for when you want to, like, be like, yo, I'd like to see a mono black deck or something. And then you donate and the streamer will try and do what you're looking for. Every streamer has their own rules for it. Good luck getting that broke, Ophaloaf. Nevellin just donated $20 with a stip. Draft power, win games, have fun. I can probably make that work. Appreciate you, Nevellin. Hey, thanks for the luck, Mini Corey. Seems very restrictive. It does. We should type it into the overlay. People got to know that there's a stip. The worst deck you could come up with? Oh, the green white aggro. Yeah, that deck worked out weirdly well. It worked out well. I wonder if portable hole should be in. Torsten back on your radar? Yeah, Torsten's a good one. Torsten's a good one for sure. Hey, it's Cody. Thanks to the sub. Thanks to the 3 months. 3 O's only. Oh, I feel that, Wild Anting. What if I should have played Restless this turn? Like Chromox Imprint Bolt. This is fine, though. Yeah, I dig that too, Wild Antic. Every year I go to Gen Con, I'm always like, alright, I gotta set a cap on myself. It's so much fun going to the artist alley, talking to the artists directly, supporting them directly. Being able to ask questions and such. But it's got a lot of nice acceleration over there, huh? Soul Rings and Moxen and what? Oh, they have 6. Don't know. Gen Con this year? Not this year. Maybe next year, though. I've been jonesing. Yeah, killing other creatures makes the cradle worse, huh? Feels worth doing. Caleb Con when? I think Caleb Con would overlap a lot with Cube Con. Maybe I should have sacked Breas to deal 5 damage there. Maybe that would have been worth. Yeah, if we'd sacked the Breas Apprentice, that would have taken 5. They'd be at 2. And then even if they played, like, a lot of creatures here, we could just boast again next turn, sacking anything at all for the win. When they get a fresh grip and they immediately have to start, like, cantripping and looking at other cards, that's always a good sign. I can't even play that Coveted Jewel. Alright, 0 star. What you got for me? Well, that's quite good. Adding to the feel bad. The card that I should have sacrificed. Ends up getting just blown up for free anyway. Oh my god, I'm a mana short. If I can play this Glorybringer, I can just sack it for 7 damage. So I have to give them another turn. They get to play out their Jewel and hopefully not murder me. They have a ton of mana to work with now, huh? With the guys' quick cradle and such. We got this, do we? I'm less confident. None of those cards beat me. Is indeed a banger. Broadside's pretty fucked up, huh? Fucked up magic card. Oh my god, we can do the thing! Turn 1, Gideon in the loser's bracket. No immediate emblem? No. Familiar. I think I would have named Soul Ring with a Revoker. Maybe one of the Teferis. Redline is a great movie. Real fun racing animation. Very stylish. Alright, Z-Man 39. How are you going to get out of this one? I think I'd rather name an unknown for Revoker than name Lotus. Just in case they play a draw 7 and I redraw my Lotus. Pretty niche, probably doesn't matter. I might just Spellbomb that Spellseeker out of the way. Let me smack them down to 8 this turn. Balance wouldn't really save them here, huh? That getting there. They had a Mystical Tutor off of their Spellseeker. And then they didn't upkeep it. Maybe they want to get a sweeper with it, but it needs double white. Maybe they didn't set an upkeep stop. Who knows? Who knows? We don't know, John. It's our first game. I guess Spellseeker could have gotten balanced directly, huh? If that was a card they were interested in. We are just hypothesizing here. We have seen 4 cards out of my opponent's deck. Oh, fun, you dude. I think I'm seeing Cattle Decapitator. Are they on the Amon Amarth tour? No, that's Cannibal Corpse. Never mind. Cannibal Corpse and Obituary. Could be their only target. The Mystical? Could be. Seems unlikely. But yeah, I've been getting wrecked, you dude. Been getting absolutely destroyed. You think there's some Storm Math going on? I can see that. We do have them in a spot where, like, we are at least repping lethal on board. They have to do something, right? I just saw your question, Jason. I have not been to a King Gizzard concert this year, though. The Gideon uptick gets it out of Murktide. It won't just like go to 1 Murktide hit. Yeah, September, I'm planning on seeing them. Really looking forward to it. I do not just afford Board Fox. I'd assume so. I'd assume they're a blast live. Yeah, Mystical Tutor got Yogswill. Yogswill is cute with Murktide Hum. I mean, they need less. Yeah, the one time that I was going to see Tyr, they were doing a tour here in the States with like 3 other folk metal bands that everyone really wanted to see. And they got canceled due to the pandemic. I'm still a smidge salty, even though that was like 5 years ago now. I was also going to see King Gizzard that month. What 2 other cards would you need to win here with Yogwill? I mean, there's a lot of different combinations, right? The easiest one is like just Black Lotus, Demonic Tutor. If you're curious, I mean, bands have a lot of clips of themselves playing live on the YouTube. You can get a sense, do a vibe check. I'd imagine Tyr in particular would have a lot of like crowd chanting and stuff. Hey, Crazy Gnome, thanks to the sub, thanks to 66 months. Dark Ritual is a good start. So far this Dark Ritual has not felt very important because they didn't replay it. They've successfully made the Murktide large enough to kill Gideon. But that doesn't stop them from dying on the crackback, right? So they're doing some kind of storm stuff. Feels like something I might want Spellbinder or Mana Tithe for, We never actually really saw a target for Portable Hole except for the Mox that we revoked. Maybe Skyclave comes out. Line Sash is slow, but so is their combo that game. Oh, maybe Pyrokinesis is bad. You have a feeling the opponent made a goof? Maybe. I mean, they tanked there for a while. I think there's a good chance they just didn't have it. So then they decided to play a few cards, and they're like, oh, no, I'm dead. Why haven't I been doing this all league, Yeah, that's Steve with the 66 months saying, Hail, Santa, hail! Maybe the opponent concedes. Maybe. I mean, they didn't last game. I actually have some follow-up here, too, the turn 2 Crater Maker and maybe Bombardiers on 3. Oh, that's bad for me. At least I don't have to redraw it, I guess. Perfect. What's the 4-drop you can play turn 1? Probably Minskin Boo. I think that one kills the fastest. At least I get a card back, Chandra off the top here runs golden, right? Or maybe Fable. We're going to say runner lands. I mean, if they don't have anything and I go land Inferno Titan next turn, that is lethal. Because it's 6 plus 2 with the Bombardiers. And then 3 from them comes into play. The Bombardiers deals 2. Just an actual turn 5 kill here. It's fucked up. Nice. All right, we have a step for the next draft, which is to draft power, win games, and to have fun. So I'm gonna go get some water real quick.